Today, we're totally decoding the 16 laws of psychological power. Based on our source material, we're going to break down how human psychology actually works and why some people just naturally seem to command respect and influence. If you've ever felt like you're putting in all the effort but just aren't seeing the rewards, well, this explainer is designed specifically for you.
Okay, let's dive into this. So why does good work actually go unrecognized? It's kind of a harsh truth, but a solid work ethic, it's simply not enough. You can put in these long, grueling hours, keep your head down, do exceptional work, but those efforts are incredibly easy for everyone else to just overlook. The people who actually find success, they aren't just working hard, they're working hard and making absolutely sure they get recognized for it.
And that brings us to the whole core of today's explainer, psychological power. This is literally the missing ingredient. It's the bridge between your hard work and your actual success. Think of it as the toolkits you need to stand out, to make sure your excellent work doesn't just blend into the background, and to guarantee you're recognized and rewarded for the value you bring to the table. To make these 16 laws super easy to digest, we've structured them into a 4-pillar system: mastering your inner self, influencing those around you, navigating the workplace, and finally, advanced strategic moves.
So, starting with our foundation, Pillar 1, mastering your inner self, fortifying your mind and emotions. Here are the first 4 laws of this pillar. It all starts with minding your words. Basically, speak less to increase the value of what you say and to avoid making clumsy mistakes. From there, you cultivate confidence through small victories. Empower your self-worth by letting your everyday wins give you the courage to tackle that next big obstacle. Protect that confidence by setting anger aside, because losing your temper, it only makes you look impulsive. And finally, maintain the calm rush. You want to stay cool and collected, no matter how chaotic your schedule gets. Let's contrast these two emotional approaches for a second. When you get angry, you become impulsive and narrow-minded, right? But worse, you show the other person they've hit a nerve. You're effectively handing them your power. But if you embrace ambivalence, just growing distant and staying completely objective, you steal their power. It forces the other person to work desperately to get your attention back.
Ambivalence is a far greater punishment than anger. Seriously, let that sink in for a minute. By ignoring someone, you force them to do the emotional heavy lifting. It's a remarkably strategic way to maintain absolute control over a situation without ever raising your voice.
Let's move to Pillar 2 and see how this builds. Influencing those around you. Controlling the interpersonal dynamic. In this pillar, we hide our intentions. You give just enough detail to keep people interested, but you keep your true goals entirely to yourself. That's how you hold the power. We also let actions speak over arguments, because tangible behavior is what actually influences people. We have to remember that people are inherently selfish, so we appeal to their self-interest rather than relying on some sense of gratitude. And lastly, we play ourselves down, acting oblivious every now and then just to make others feel smart, knowing deep down we have absolutely nothing to prove. To truly grasp this idea of hiding your intentions, think about a car dealership scenario. Step 1, you show you're super eager for a car you love. Step 2, the salesman knows exactly what you want, so bam, you instantly lose your negotiating power and the price goes up. But let's flip it. Step 3, you act indifferent, you just don't care. Suddenly, Step 4, you regain control. Now the salesman has to drive the price down just to win you over. The rule here is simple. Whoever reveals less controls more.
Look, arguing for a moral victory, it's a weak move. You might feel right in the moment, but it achieves almost nothing. It just makes the other person defensive so they can nurse their ego. The truly powerful move is letting your tangible actions do the talking for you. Your behavior is always going to win over more people than a perfectly crafted argument ever will.
And when you need a favor, wasting time with extreme kindness or expecting selfless gratitude, it simply doesn't work. You really must appeal directly to their self-interest. Explain exactly how they are going to benefit. If you can convince them that helping you actually solves a problem for them, they'll be jumping at the chance to assist you.
All right, moving right along to Pillar 3, navigating the workplace. Let's talk about climbing that ladder effectively.
In the workplace, you want to stand above the crowd by taking literally every opportunity you can to lead. But concurrently, support your superiors. Be their right hand, not their rival, and never ever outshine your boss. Master effortless achievement to make your massive wins look entirely natural. And beware the giant shadow. Just avoid trying to fill the shoes of a legend.
And this brilliantly illustrates how standing out and supporting your boss work in perfect harmony. You want to position yourself clearly above your peers by taking initiative. However, you purposely position yourself just beneath your superior.
You act as this strategic stepping stone to push them even higher. Because when they get promoted, they pull their reliable allies right up the ladder with them.
Now, regarding that giant shadow, if you try to fill a massive void left by a beloved legend, you literally have to perform superhuman feats just to be recognized. It's almost impossible to surpass them. But if you step into a role to succeed someone who failed, suddenly you're the hero bringing the team back from the brink. Your success in that environment is going to shine twice as brightly with half the effort.
The world doesn't need to know how hard you worked. This is the absolute essence of effortless achievement. Sure, you know the late nights and the sweat you poured into a project, but presenting a confident, collected exterior to the world, that grants you this aura of natural brilliance and immense psychological power.
Which brings us to our final section. Pillar 4. Advanced strategic moves, securing your ultimate position.
These final laws are definitely a bit counterintuitive. Hire your enemies because they actually have something to prove, whereas friends might betray you. Avoid commitment to any one side, so you stay open to multiple angles and ensure your survival. Stay concentrated by specializing in one truly unique strength rather than spreading yourself thin trying to be average at everything. And finally, understand calculated value, learning exactly when to drop money on things that boost your reputation.
Trusting friends in business? It's surprisingly dangerous, because we naturally turn a blind eye to their mistakes, and when they stab us in the back, we're completely blindsided. Hiring enemies, on the other hand, provides clear-headed objectivity. The person you don't fully trust is going to work incredibly hard to prove their worth to you, and that results in a much fiercer loyalty.
Friends can steal your power in a heartbeat. It is a stark, uncomfortable reality of workplace dynamics for sure. Keeping a professional distance and valuing competence over familiarity will absolutely save your career.
So the crucial point here is, you can be totally frugal in your personal life, but when it comes to your professional trajectory, spend the money when it counts. Investing in a title, a name, or a credential is not a wasted expense. It's a direct investment in the psychological power you wield over others in your industry.
As we wrap this whole thing up, we arrive at total awareness. I want to be super clear here. This entire system of 16 laws is not about becoming some malicious manipulator. The true goal of psychological power is achieving a clear-eyed understanding of human nature. It allows you to navigate the world exactly as it is, rather than how you might wish it was.
Which leaves us with one incredibly important final thought. Now that you know the rules of the game, how are you going to use your power?